Hi guys, and welcome to number shuffle tutorial developed using Microsoft Access. Now let me show you guys how this works. Let's just get that and try to get it sorted. There we go. As you can see, the more you click, you see the counter right there telling you how many clicks you have carried out so far. There we go. So the other thing that you can do with this very system is you can always there. Now we have a winner. Well done, you won. Very good. That's just 62 clicks so far. Let's assume you want to refresh. You can always click on refresh and reset the whole lot. So I'm just going to click on reset. So click on reset there. And you can start a new game if you want. The choice is yours. Okay? Or click on exit. No, I don't want to exit. And you can just keep refreshing as long as you want. Or shortcut. Sort out the whole solution. Research. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Microsoft Access development environment, and we will put one of these together. So let's click on exit. There we go. We're going to start work with a new project entirely. Click on new here, and let's give that a name. I'm just going to call it shuffle number. There we go. Click on create. As soon as that is created, all we need to do is go straight to create, and inside create, let's select form design. There, inside our very form design, let's get it expounded, something like that, and bring this down a little bit. Okay, now that that is done, let's go straight into the design. That's the design right there. Click on the design. We need buttons. Grab the button and just paste it right there, something like that. There we go. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to change the back color of this very button. Okay, so come right here, make sure the button is selected and look for back color. There we go, that is it right there, and click on those dots, and there, that back color should do, or maybe something maybe lighter a little bit. Why this background itself, I'm going to change the background color to something a little bit darker. There we go, and come in here, select that very button. Let's change the font size. I'm going to make it about maybe 48. There we go, and get rid of the text content. Go to the caption there, get rid of it. Now that that is done, the next thing that we want to do now is, you see the width, we have the width at 2.7, so we might as well get the height as 2.7 as well. Now let's copy it, Control C, copy. Now paste. I think I will have it at the edge somewhere. Oh, there we go, that's it right there. Grab it and let's see, just paste it where I can arrange it all properly. Oh, I already paste more than one. There we go. In fact, I have 4. That's good. Alright, okay. Well, I'm going to select the 4 items. Now let's come into border width. I'm going to change that to, let's make it about 4, and the border color as well. I'm going to make that a little bit dark. There we go. Then the fonts, the font color, I'm going to make it black as well. There. So now select it all. Control C, Control V. Yeah, I should be able to see it this time around. There. Control V again. There. So in total I have 12. There. Now select the very first button here and go to the caption in there. Type in 1. The next one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 there. The last one, number 12, we won't bother enter any value into that. So that is good. So I'm going to copy this last one anyway. Copy, paste it right there. Let's grab it and just bring it somewhere here and drag it that much. I think that would do. Copy that again. Copy, paste. We have 2. Move this. I think that might be too big or too small. I don't know. Okay, maybe we increase this and see, and we can always adjust later on. Now paste another one. Paste again. I think it's right at the edge. Yeah, grab that, and that's going to be right here. There we go. Alright, now we change the text content in each of them. So this one is going to be exit, and the variable name for that is going to be known as CMD exit. This is going to be known as reset. Variable name will be reset. CMD reset. And right here I'm going to call that solution. There we go. And the variable name for that is solution. Meanwhile the text content will be solution. So let's copy and paste that in here. There we go. That's fine. Now these ones, let's give them a name. I'm going to call that CMD shuffle 1. We'll copy that. So that is shuffle 1. This will be shuffle number 2. CMD shuffle 2. CMD shuffle 3. CMD shuffle number 4. CMD shuffle number 5, and so on. And right here number 11, that would be CMD 11. Then we have the last one here, CMD 12. There, let's name that properly, CMD 12. There we go. Alright, that is fine. Now the next thing is, let's go back into the design, grab the design, and in there I'm going to get hold of label. Yeah, that's it. And just drag the label somewhere here. I'm going to enter some data in there. Let's just call that number. And change the text contents. Come into font and the text. First of all, let's increase this to something much more readable, and the alignment is going to be centered. So that's it, text align, get it centered. And the font color, change that to black. There. And what about the background color? First of all, let's make this bold. I think it's here somewhere. Font width, make it bold. Let's see, what about extra bold? Okay, not much different with the extra bold. Now the next thing we want to do is, I will want to change the back color. We're gonna have to drag this all the way, and let's look for the back color. The back color, I'm gonna say ash 800,000 will give us something reddish, very similar to this color here. So press enter. There. And the font color, I'm going to change that to white. Font color, let's get hold of white. There we go. So that is fine. The next thing we want to do is, we're going to have to copy it across though. So put that there and just copy this, copy and paste. I'm going to bring that right down here, somewhere there and here. Let's change that to shuffle. That'll be shuffle games. There we go. And right up here, I'm going to enter a label as well. So let's copy that same label, copy, and just paste it right there. But I'm going to have to change everything now. So this one is going to be number of clicks there. So the text content on it, I'm going to change that to, let's go to the text width. I'm going to change that to regular. Let's say normal. Okay, that's fine. There. Now the other thing that we need to change is going to be the back color. So make sure it is selected, the back color. Let's come in here, back color. I'm going to make it something lighter as well. Yep. And change the text content on it to black. Font color, that will be black. No, do that again. For color there. I would like the color to be similar to this color there, so let's go back and change the back color again to, yeah, much more like that. That's good. Alright, so we're now going to copy it again, copy that and paste that right here and bring it there. This is going to be my counter. So I'm going to change the text data on it, the text details on it to 0. And in the case of this one, we will have to change the whole lot to the same reddish color and change the back color of this to hash 800,000. There. The text content, change that to white. There we go. Okay, I think the interface is ready now. Apart from this, let's give this a name. Let's come into the order. We're gonna call that LBL count. There we go. So I'm now going to run it. Oh, before I run it, let's put a border around it. Let's grab this and this other one. Let's go back to the format, border color, make that black, and the border width, I'm going to make that 4. There, now it looks pronounced. Alright, that's fine. Let's come in here. I'm going to close this table. I don't need that close. Now right click on the form and click on form view. There we go. That's how it's looking, but nothing is happening right now. So let's put some codes together. It's looking beautiful. Alright, now come right here, right click and go to design view. Now select the form. Make sure the form is selected itself. And let's come right here, event. Inside the event, I'm going to click on these 3 dots and let's select code builder. Click on OK. Right there inside the code builder, before I go any further, I'm going to first of all, let's go to insert. I want to get hold of model. There, right inside this module, I'm going to create a function. Let's say sub. And that very function, I'm going to call it spot checker. There we go. Enter parentheses. Now I'm going to say by reference, and what do I want by reference? Is going to be a button. I'll call that button btn as command button because I'm creating an object. That is the very first one. I'm going to call it btn1. So copy that. The next one, and add a comma here. The next one is going to be btn2. So close that and change this to 2. There we go. Now press enter. So let's use an if statement. So we say if btn2 dot caption, see that, because it's an object that I've just created, that pops up, dot caption, if is empty, then btn2 dot caption, that will be equals, taking the value, whatever value we have inside btn1, grab that, paste that right here. That becomes btn1. In that case, btn1 will become empty. So change this to btn1. There. We have just taken care of what I'm going to use for the shuffle and end the whole process. Okay, let's get these ones indented. There we go. Look at these simple lines of codes. So we will now call these lines of codes inside our button. Alright, let me copy that. Now select the form, and that should take you to the code view area of the form, or you can click on this view objects in there. That is the object we want to start with. Select first object, number 1, button 1, and come right here. Remember the name of button 1 is called CMD Shuffle 1. Come right to where the tab that says events. Now use on click events. Click on those dotted those dot and select code builder. Click on OK. So right in here, what we now want to do is we now want to call, let's say call spot checker. Inside the spot checker we want CMD shuffle 1, comma, it can move to CMD shuffle 2, CMD shuffle 2, and it can also move to CMD shuffle 3. So grab that again, copy and paste that right in there. So that's CMD shuffle 5. I mean, if you look at what I have in there, this is it. It can travel to the right and travel downwards as well. So that's 2 and 5. So for number 2 we travel 1, 3, 6. So select number 2, come in here, click on the dots and select code builder. Number 2, I'm going to grab this and paste that in there, and this becomes 2, 2 and 2. If you can still record, number 2 can travel 1, it can travel 3, and it can also travel, let's go for that, 6. That's 1, 3, 6. Okay, go back in there. The next one is 6, and change this to 6. There. So let's get it aligned properly. There we go. That is for button number 2. Now button number 3, that will be 247. 247. Let's come in here, grab that and change that to 247. Copy all of that. That becomes 2, 4 and 7. Then this becomes button 3, 3, 3 and 3. There. Okay. Now let's do one more for button number 4. Then we speed it up. Button number 4 will travel 3 and 8. So come right down here. There. Button number 4 will be 3 and 8. just two position to navigate. That's 4, 4, that will be 3 and 8. So I believe you guys get the whole idea. I'm going to speed up the rest of the process and I will just show you guys how it was put together. Okay, let's just do one more. You see, for button number 5, that will be 1, 6, 9. So select number 5. Select code builder. That's 169. So that's 3. I need 3 of those. Copy, paste that in there. There. That is 5. 5. 5. That's 1, 6 and 9. 6 and 9. Okay, so I'm going to speed that up now, guys. Okay, it's all done for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So those are the lines of code for each of those buttons. Alright, so the next thing now, let's come in here. Let's go to the application first and just try that out. Right click on this form icon and click on view. There, so look at that. That is it. Just with those 3 lines of code, the function that was created, that is what is making this move. That is good. Alright, right click and go back to design view. Now that the design view is taken care of, let's select the form. Inside the form, I'm going to click on these 3 dots. Now underneath here, I'm going to create a 2 functions actually. The very first one, maybe we should call that check solution. So I'm going to come in here and just give that, I say check results or something like that. Let's say result. There we go. I think I should put a sub there. Sub and press enter. So with the check result selected, move it up a little bit. Now what I want to do is, with the check result, I'm going to use an if statement. If cmd shift 1, I'm going to copy that, dot caption, if it's equals 1, and cmd2, let's collapse this and just copy that. That is for 2, that will be for 3, 4. Right, so change this to 2, and this one is 2 as well. 2. No, this is 3. 3, 3 and 4. 4. Alright, just beside the and, let's enter, hold on the shift and just press dash there. That means carried return. I'm going to copy that. So that is for the first lot. That will be from 5 to, and this. So this will be 5. 5 and 5 here, 6. And so on. And they will go up to 11. The last one here, I'm just going to get rid of that. So we only need to make reference to 11 buttons. So if all of the buttons has the following value in them, message box should appear. I'm going to call that, let's just say, well done, you are a winner. There we go. Close that. So that is my message box. Then in here we just say end if. There. Now let's declare, once you win, Oh, while you're clicking on each of those buttons, I want the LBL counter to count every single click. So in that case, I'm going to declare what is known as a static variable. I'm going to call that static variable counter. There, the counter is going to be an integer data type. So let's say counter, the first place is 0, so we just end up and say counter equals counter plus 1. We now want LBL count dot caption to be equals counter. That's it. So when you click, this will be counting. So let's put counter in here. Counter here as well. There should be C. Alright. Okay then. Now I'm going to copy result checker. So inside each of the buttons, I will place call. Let's say call result checker. I'm now calling the function. So grab that and just paste it for the 12 buttons. That's 11, 10. Just paste them all around the buttons, inside each buttons. I have 5 there, 4, 3, 1. That's 2, 1. There's 2 here. There. I'm going to save that. So let's just give it a name. Yes, save. I'll call it shuffle. There we go. Click on save. And the module, I'm going to leave that as module. That's it. Fine. Now select the project and right click on the icon there. Click on view. And when I click, you can see that 1, 2, and so on. That is good. Alright, that is taken care of. So what we want to do now is when I run the program, I want the program to automatically sort these numbers for me, because when I run it earlier, you see that. Let's run it and you see it's not sorted. Okay, so let's get it sorted. Go to design view. Now back into our code view. There we go. Right underneath here, this is my very first function. The second function, actually, there's one in here. Okay, if you are wondering why didn't I call it in there, it's because it's just a function that will carry out an operation. That's why it's right here. Now the second function, I'm going to call that, shall we call that shuffled? Or yes, shuffled sub shuffled. So this will shuffle the whole lot. So there. So the very first thing is I'm going to declare the following. There's a dim. That should be dim. A, that would be 11 as an array, comma I, comma J, comma let's say Rn. The Rn will be for random as integer. There we go. Now I'm going to also create another one. I'll call that flag. This very flag, that would be boolean. There. Now flag is going to be equals false, while I equals 1, and A, we take in the following. A, that is the array. Array is going to start from 1. Then let's say do y I is less than and equals to 11. then get hold of the random function, randomize. There we go. Now in that case, we now want Rn, that will be equals convert int, let's say int, and we want 11 multiplied by random function there plus equals 1. Alright, so using a for loop, so we need to cover this. How many do I have? 1 2 3 1 2. Okay, cover this again. So let's use a for loop. For j equals 1 to I, 1 to I. If A takes in that j as an array, then flag in this case will become true. There should be another comma here. Flag equals true. And 4, and we also need to get it nested. There we go. Alright, almost there. So the next thing now is we now use the if statement again to check when the flag is true. If flag equals true, then flag should become false, equals false. Else A, taking that as an array there, and we say I equals I plus 1, I plus 1. With these simple lines of code, we should be able to get our button shuffled, and we also need to get it looped there. And right underneath here, each of these buttons, we're now going to call them and assign value to them. Let's grab hold of this, come right down here, paste it right there, and this is going to be A equals 1. That's the very first one. In total I have 11, 12 in total, so copy that and just paste 2 3. So copy again there, that's 12 in total. The last one will be empty. Now let's change our names around. This one is 1, so we have 1. This one will be 2 and 2, 2 3 3 4 and 4, 5 and 5 here, and we have 6 here, 7 and 7, 8, and we have 8, 9 and 9 here as well, 10, we have 10, 11 and 11, finally 12. There we go, that's it, all done. So we now need to call this very function inside form load. So let's get it indented properly. Now grab the function, and I'm going to now look for the form load. Let's come in here, go to general, drop it down, select form, and we need load. That is it, form load. Look at it right there, and just enter call that function. Okay guys, we are almost there now. So that's the function called. Okay, so let's check before we run it. Oh dear, look at that. That should be random. And let's see, let's check again. There's for loop here. Okay, let's see. Okay, and if is missing there. I think that will be all. Let's keep checking. Another and if, that's good. Alright, that's why it's good to get it indented. Alright, so I'm going to just click on save, go to the project area, right click and select view form. So if it works correct, that lines of code should actually get this sorted. So view form, there we go, look at that. See that? It's actually sorted it out for me. Okay, that's fine. Now that same lines of code, I'm going to call it right inside the reset. So go back to my design view, select reset and come right here and there. So we are almost done. That's reset. So that will be called, I think that's the name. Yeah, that is correct. And I will also say lbl count dot caption, that will be equals 0. That's the reset taken care of. Now let's take care of the solution itself. The solution is just, let's copy this, copy all of that, come inside the solution. That is the solution. Come right here, that's the solution right there. Paste that in there and just change the value to 1. Then we have 2 and so on. So I'm going to speed that up, and right there, that is the solution taken care of. So save that, click on that, and let's right click and select view. There. Now solution, reset. Solution, reset. There we go guys. That is how you create your own number shuffle in Access Microsoft. There we go. I love that. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take care of exit, and we can just call it the end of the whole program. So let's come right here, right click and select that, and let's scroll right here. Let's go to the exit. That's exit there. Select the lines of code for exit here. So we can just enter, let's declare a variable. I just don't want the end user just to exit, so they need to confirm if they want to exit or not. Right there guys, those are the lines of code for exit taken care of as well. Okay, so back in here and right click there, exit. No, I don't want to exit. Exit, yes, I do want to exit. There. Now I want to be able to get rid of this ribbon up here. So let me go back in here, right click here and just select design view. Right, now select this form and click on that. Inside the form, I'm going to select form up here, and let's select active, form active. There we go. Form activate. Inside the form activate, all we then need to do is we ask the system to do command dot show tool tab, and the tool tab is known as ribbon. Put that in a quote. There. And what do you want the ribbon to do? You want it to disappear. You don't want the ribbon to show. There. and that's it. You just finished creating your program. So save that, click, and we can minimize this. Right click, select the form, and you will see this ribbon up here disappears. There, the ribbon is gone. Now you have your own proper program that you can use to do whatever you want to do. Have fun with it. And there, guys, and with that, I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it, and please do subscribe to this my second channel. And with that, I'm going to say bye for now and Happy New Year.